Adele got a big surprise in the audience at her concert over the weekend. So every night she sings and she will walk through the audience. And this time, as she was walking through the audience, she spotted legendary Celine Dion. And so when she saw her, they shared a touching embrace. I love it. And both of these icons were in tears. And it's so nice to be able to meet your heroes. So, when you think about your journey, not even being a celebrity, but just your journey, and then you meet a hero who knows that journey or has been through it or that has walked you through it, given you advice. I understand what this is like because I got to tell you, every time Whoopi Goldberg comes on my show, I cannot stop crying. I can't. Even when I see her, and we're friends, and we text each other all the time, she gives me advice all the time, but I'm always a mess because they're just people who are in your life and who help shape you. And Whoopi Goldberg is one of those women who helped shape me. And so I remember Whoopi Goldberg. Remember when she used to do the HBO Comic Relief, and she did it. Who did she do it with? She did it with Robin Williams and Billy Crystal.
Yep.
And the first time I met Whoopi, because it was a floor director who said, I can get you in. And that was the first time I was gonna meet Whoopi Goldberg. And I had said in my mind what I was gonna say to her. Miss Goldberg, because you're a comedic actress, I've wanted to be a comedic actress, and I had all these accolades I was gonna give her. And they walked me up there, and Whoopi was standing there, and she said, hello. And I just started crying. I kept going, I love you so much, I love you so much. And she did this, and she said, is there anything else you want to say? And I couldn't stop crying. So I'm sure that Celine had a huge influence on Adele. And Celine is known for performing in Vegas, and the fact that Adele is now there every night performing, and she looks out and she sees Celine, that has got to be mind-blowing. She's a huge superstar. But it just goes to show you, no matter where you are, no matter how big you are, there's always somebody that has influenced you to get where you are. I'm telling you, it is, oh my goodness. That must have been a moment. When I first started out doing stand-up, I was performing one day, and I looked into the crowd. I think I've been doing stand-up maybe 3 or 5 years. I looked out in the crowd, and there was Chris Rock. And after the show, he came up to me, he said, you were really good. He said, you're gonna go somewhere. And when I tell you that took me through every night until I bombed, and I was like, Chris Rock don't know what he's talking about. But I couldn't even speak after that. And then he saw me again at a comedy club out here in New York. And everybody said, Chris Rock is here, Chris Rock is here. And they said, Sherri, Chris wants to go up. And I said, if he could just please let me go up. And so Chris said, okay, and I went up. And he saw me, and again, he came up, and he said, you are really good. And then he casted me in his movie Top 5. Top 5, I was in the movie with him. I played Chris Rock's ex-girlfriend in the movie. And, and I love Chris Rock for that. But one thing Chris Rock has not done, he has not verified me for the dating app Raya. Okay? That's a dating site you go on, and it's for well-known people, but you have to be verified in order to get on there and get vetted. A celebrity has to verify you. I didn't email Chris, I've texted Chris. I have talked to him, and I said, Chris, I need you. You're the only, big celebrity that I know. Could you verify me? He keeps going, yeah. I'm still waiting to be verified, Chris. Oh, my gosh. Seeing people in the audience. I got shocked one time I was doing stand-up. I saw Eve Plum in the audience, y'all. You remember Eve Plum? She played Jan Brady on the Brady Bunch. And she came backstage to see me. I loved that woman when I was growing up. She came backstage to see me, and I said, Marsha! Now, how many billion times has Jan Plum heard that? But it's just trippy. Seeing the icon is actually seeing you. Somebody who's influenced you is seeing you influence other people. It just blows your mind. And I'm gonna give you one more example, because I see so many people. Method Man. When I tell you, oh my God. Method Man. Like, I'm such a fan of Method Man. And Sus, is Sus over there? Sus is not over there. There's Sus popping up. Sus hooked Method Man and I up to be able to talk because I wanted him, and thank you, Sus. I'll never forget you doing that for me. Love you so much for that. And I'm such a fan, and I had called Method Man, and it was just a conflict schedule, and he wasn't able to come. But he said, my wife and I love you and Jeffrey. So the next time you ask me, I'm gonna be there. And I was like, forget the boy, you know me. What? That about a blip. Method Man know my name, and he know Jeffrey's name. I said, tell Jeffrey, watch your tone. One more time, you and me gonna go over Uncle Meth's house. You and me. So, Adele, I know what that's like. At least you got to say hello to your idol girl.